In response to a viewer on Twitter recently, DeMaio doubled down on the fact that the animated series isn't a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's canon timeline, though perhaps more interestingly, he hinted that it could cross over with the live-action series in the future. I think it's very much dealer's choice on some levels, he noted, when the fans said they like to think of the show existing in the same multiverse as the MCU. I know all my discussions were to view it as its own neighboring tree, not a branch of the multiverse MCU tree. Sure, a few leaves from one tree can mingle with another at some point. While we might be reading too much into it, DeMaio's use of the word tree and branches seems particularly interesting, given how timelines are referred to in fellow Disney Plus show Loki. What's more, in the season 2 finale of that series, the titular anti-hero, Tom Hiddleston, sacrificed himself to become the keeper of the timelines. Borrowing from Norse mythology, the episode saw him position himself at the base of Yggdrasil, a tree-like structure that, in its original lore, is said to hold all 9 realms together and control all life and death. Whether or not X-Men 97, which has been tipped for at least 2 more chapters, will eventually link into the MCU remains to be seen. If it does, a Reddit user who came up with an intriguing theory regarding the show and the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine will be pleased. Before then, at least, fans have the last 2 installments of its first season's 3-part closer to look forward to.
Almost forgot.
Oh, am I going to war or a circus?
What'd you expect? Black leather?
Spider-Man had a cameo in the show, and the voice actor was very vocal about wanting to come back. Alongside X-Men, the animated series, Marvel also produced Spider-Man, the animated series. Although the Spider-Man show might have launched a couple of years into the X-Men run, the series actually crossed over, with the Spider-Man of the animated show existing within the same shared continuity as the X-Men. This was exciting for audiences at the time and a good homage to the wider comic universe in which all of these characters originated. With X-Men 97 marking the return of the X-Men animated series, it has caused many to wonder whether Spider-Man could also be making a comeback. Not only is the character as relevant as ever, but X-Men 97 does pose the perfect avenue to introduce him through. Spider-Man, the animated series, is a nostalgic hit for a reason, with more stylized animation, quality voice acting, and narratives that still stand the test of time. The opening sequence for the show was just as beloved as the X-Men variation, and figures like Madam Web were most well known because of their portrayal in the cartoon. Spider-Man was already massively popular as a character, but those Saturday morning cartoons added so much to the legacy of the hero, with even original writers longing for the show to be revived due to its ability to dive deep into Spider-Man comic lore. It's no wonder that audiences are keeping an eye out for an announcement. Spider-Man is particularly well known for animation right now, thanks to the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film and its sequel, and there have been countless series like Ultimate Spider-Man that have aimed to live up to the 90s seasons. X-Men, the animated series, deserved its return without a doubt, but it seems unusual to leave Spider-Man behind when its sheer quality, range of storytelling and nuance in character work meant that it stood alone despite its connections to the mutant saga. In truth, there's an argument to be made that the Webhead series was actually more consistent than the X-Men show in delivering memorable moments, and that there was a mature side to the saga that aided it in connecting with a range of viewers.